the penultimate event on the card, race 7. 16:33, well, one or two odd starting times, but be that as it may, as my colleague said earlier, it is what it is, and there it is. 16:33, 1,000 metres, an 82 handicap, which, like we said a little earlier on, there are a couple of competitive races on the program. Small fields, smallish fields, but very competitive. Now, before we go any further, Graham, thanks very much to John O'Snaith, who contacted us and gave us a comment about their only runner on the card, race 7, number 3, Shinnecock. And he had a word with me about Shinnecock. He said, in a good space, working very well. In his opinion, no doubt that Shinnecock will love and relish the poly track. Goes well over the distance, and they're expecting a big run from this horse. And in fact, to quote his words, will be a huge runner.
Well, I'm sure Richard Ferree would love to go away from Hollywood Bets Gravel on Wednesday with at least a winner on his belt. He's got a couple of chances elsewhere, but I would imagine this is the principal reason he's flown into town to ride number 3 Shinnecock, and also catch up with some of the horses at Summerfeld that are being prepared for champion season, no doubt. Shinnecock is the early favourite at 3-1. I think it's quite a tough handicap. Obviously, if he takes to the poly track as they're confidently expecting him to, then he'll be a massive runner. But there are many others that I respect, that are at attractive prices, good each way values. But for me, again, from an exotics perspective, from a pick 6 and a jackpot perspective, I think you need to go pretty wide to be sure you get through. It's going to be interesting to see who rides number 2 King's Road. Gabriel Peterser was engaged, and he would have taken 4 kilograms off the back, which would have brought number 2 King's Road into the race under 56. He's an absolute course and distance specialist. He's had 3 starts with 2 wins and a second over the trip. Last time he was second to Valiente. He meets Valiente again. Valiente is one of the fastest around. He'll jump out of that widest gate of all and rip off to the front. So Valiente will be in front, no doubt. I like DiMarzio again. I think the 1,200 metre race last time was not to his absolute liking. He's deadly over this course and distance. I think DiMarzio is looking well. He's in good form. Louis Huisson seems to have turned a corner. And I think DiMarzio is a runner. Candice Dawson brings in Saviour. Interesting, Jermaine Maharaj tips the 8-1 chance, number 7 Saviour, to win the race. And then you've got the likes of Wiz of Odds, tonight's fight night, Odin making its local debut, and of course the Paul Peter runner. Number 1, Ace of Spades. Only had 3 starts, one is maiden at his 3rd attempt. Lyle Hewitson rides for the Paul Peter stable, and who knows how good number 1, Ace of Spades might be. He's certainly cracked the best of the draw. So I make it a very tough race. Nice to hear that the Snaith stable are very bullish about their chances with number 3, Shinnecock, and he stands a favourite's chance. He is the early favourite, but I think it might turn out to be a tricky little handicap.
Certainly, I agree with you, and I think we are going to be treated to a good finish again. I respect the comments from the Snaith stable, but a difficult race awaits. That's race 7. There's one more to come.